Welcome to episode 81 of the Bikini Besties podcast. I'm Lo.
Kaylia.
Stephanie.
And this week's episode is the 2025 memories. Oh my gosh, guys. It is the end of 2025. This is our last 2025 episode.
Yeah.
Right?
We're wrapping up the year.
Literally, it's the end of the year.
I know. How many jokes of the joke of I'll see you next year have you heard?
None yet.
I haven't had any of that yet.
No? I had one. I thought I would make it to the end of the year without it, but I had one person say that to me. See you next year? And I'm like, oh.
You're like, oh my gosh. Next year.
Yeah, but we all had-
I can't believe, I feel like this year flew by. Like even just like reviewing for this episode, I was like looking through and I was like, wow, we've covered so much.
Right?
And like really fast. I feel like it was just like we were starting prep in the season. Like you were just competing and it's like, wait, no, that was a long time ago.
A long time ago. 7 months ago.
Right?
You were competing when you were in prep at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
We all had good Christmas breaks.
Yeah.
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 Christmas was
really
good.
It was restful.
Lots of food.
Relaxing. Yes.
Lots
All
of
the
resting, quiet, foods.
And we got a little Christmas present. This is Rambo. He is
the cutest thing.
he is sleeping.
Cutest little
Trying to
floof.
sleep. A whole 3.5 pounds of
So
vicious
cute.
energy.
So cute. Yeah, those teeth are razor sharp. Oh my gosh. Puppy teeth are like none other.
Almost forgot to introduce him. He was being so quiet.
Yeah.
I know.
We're trying not to disturb him. We're trying to let him sleep
Let the
and be
puppies
calm while we record this episode.
So I think like last year we did a really good memory episode to kind of recap the year. And so we're going to do that again. And kind of, I think before we dive into some of our stuff, we put out some polls on Instagram. What
fun.
kind of questions were they again?
Yeah, it was like, so we had our listeners, you guys vote for out of us three, like most likely two, like,
Yeah.
and there was like 6 or 7 or something like that, different ones.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the
I
answers
haven't looked
yet,
at-
so
Okay,
I'm
I did.
curious.
I did. I was surprised by some of those. Like, oh, okay.
So we'll get to those in a little bit. First, I'd like to hear what some of your guys' favorite episodes from the year were.
Yes. Okay.
I have them written down. So I'll start if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
I'll
for
do
it.
my first one. The girls' night in drinking game. So I totally forgot about that episode. I was like, went on YouTube and I was like, went down to the bottom and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
started looking through and like refresh my memory, right?
How can
Yeah.
you forget croquette?
Yes, and so I just was like, oh my God, that was probably like our funniest episode. And like, I think it like, just like, we just had so much fun. I don't think we've ever laughed more in our entire lives together. And then like, just like, it was like all of our personalities came out. Like, it was just like a fun,
And it was
relaxed,
real. It was that
very
laugh was real. Like,
yeah,
that was
we were like dying. Like,
Yeah. And sometimes I feel like, like you can like on podcast episodes see they can always be serious and stuff like that. And I really felt like it was one where you kind of like got to get to know us a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
And like even just like know our humor.
yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was my first one. What
that
about
one.
you guys?
So when we were going over it, mine was actually one that you said too. Episode 43, which was in February. What is winning? I tended to like a lot of like the mindset ones because I just think that's so huge in this sport. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I think that's one of like the biggest important things because if you're not don't have like your goals or your why or like all those cliche things you could say, like it doesn't make it worth doing this. And I feel like if you're listening to even like a podcast like this, you're wanting to improve or you're wanting to relate or you're wanting to learn something. And I feel like there's always things that we can tell you, like little tips and secrets and like maybe even tell you stories about, our past. But like, I think like just like hearing how we overcome things and like how our goals were, I just felt like that was a really good like mindset one where it kind of
was.
speaks to people in different levels.
Yeah. I really liked what I liked about that episode is just like sharing different perspectives on what winning could mean to you, because obviously it's not just first place, right?
Yeah. And I think having that is still like the sentiment of that episode, like is still so important to me. Like there's so much more than a first place. Like winning means so many things.
Yeah, absolutely. I changed mine after I found out that Lo picked the same one. So my other first one was episode 46, the self-sabotage one.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah.
It's almost like the opposite too. It's kind of like defining what winning is to you, but then also like figuring out how you like.
Yeah, how you come back from times when you don't live up to your own values or live up to your own, what's the number for values? I don't know. Your own
Expectations.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I like that one too because it's like sometimes you like feel a certain way but you don't know how to put words to it, and it's like, oh, that's how I feel. And it's like when we talk about like the self-sabotage episode and stuff and the stuff that we went into on that episode, I don't know, I think like it kind of gives like words and meaning to like how like maybe some people are feeling about something but they don't like have the experience or they don't have maybe self-awareness or like just they don't have to put it into words, and so they can be like, oh, that's it, that's like how I feel, or they feel it too, like they can relate, and they're not alone. Like, and I think huge. That's like a big thing for us in general on this podcast is that like every feeling you guys have had, like everyone else is like we are all not alone, like you know what I mean, and so like that way it normalizes it a little bit and like makes you feel like just like you have, I don't know.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, I mean, this sport, like, obviously there's a lot of other people that do it, and there are teams, but it is kind of a solo sport at times. You're in the gym alone, you've got your headphones in, you're doing your own thing. It's kind of like your own improvements. It's kind of what you're so hyper focused on. And so it's kind of nice to hear how other people have approached the situations as well.
And that they lived through it. And I really think it really added to that sense of community that we try to foster too. So that was a really good one too.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
Number two.
My next one was our low is going to the O episode.
Love
and
that one.
yeah, I not only love that one because she got to go to the O and we got to celebrate her and everything, but like I think the meaning behind that one, because we walked through, like Lo walked us through her entire journey from start to finish. Well, about to finish, like, in that episode that time. Yeah. And you got, like, we learned things about her, like little, like, just keepsake things that she, like, you know, had and did that she, shirts that she brought to shows. Yeah. You know, just the image on her phone, like the background on her phone, like just these things that, like kind of just like show, like, don't give up and like just keep. Like, I don't know, just keep going and keep like looking back at your why and like, or reminding yourself of your why. Like, it was just such a cool journey to like walk through that whole thing, and share it. And then just like share the stuff that she kept to herself because like she just truly believed it was going to happen. So she didn't need to shout this stuff. She didn't need to like, you know, and so I think that's cool. I think it was really an inspiration. We got a lot of good feedback from that, like that episode, in the DMs, comments, and just, you know, seeing people at shows or in the gym and stuff. I just know people like came up to me in the gym and like, I listened to the episode. I can't believe, like, you know, it was just, that was, I don't know, that was a very like inspirational episode. So it was like one of my favorites of this entire year. Yeah.
Thanks. That was always really good to hear because sometimes it can be hard to share, you know, everything that you go through and like some of your like personal ways that you have like, I guess I had to like find belief in yourself. But that was sometimes it's like always like, oh, I don't want to make it all about me and talk about my whole episode of me. And you guys like were like, no, you have to do this. And I'm really glad I did. Cause you know, it's like, I do feel like it was good to share. And it's like, as my journey like went along, I hope, you know, that it can mean something to other people's journeys too.
I think it was also really good to see you kind of just reflect back on your journey too, and like not just when you were living in it, but just to reflect back and just see the whole arc of how everything happened. So that was good. But the funniest part of that episode was the fact that we had you wear we had you bring your trophy. Was it that? Yeah, we had you bring your trophy. I think it was that one, or was it? Was it that one? I think
Or
it was.
tiara.
Yeah.
Tiara. Yes, it was the tiara.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember you were walking out of the podcast, and somebody that you knew saw you and thought
Yes,
you wore it everywhere.
yes.
And so that was the best part. to
Yes,
me.
I remember
that was
that.
the funniest part.
Oh my gosh, I don't. You guys wanted me to wear it like the whole time, and I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I died laughing. I'm like, she does wear it everywhere.
I totally forgot all about that. That's hilarious. She's out in a crown and
Right?
That's had in my living room for so long. We usually have like all our trophies like in another room. That one was in my living room forever.
I'm looking at
Till
this.
Christmas
Yeah.
decorations came out.
I want to put it on top of my tree.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
It's shinier than
Yeah.
my tree topper.
That's funny. What's your number
Well,
two?
speaking with that, like my number 2 was actually episode 73, which was the Olympia recap in Vegas. It was just for me, it was just personally fun for me. I don't know if that would be like kind of like looking back, it's like, oh, that would be my favorite of what the content we shared. But it was just like, that one was a really special moment just because I had all of you there and we had just shared the entire, like the Olympia experience and brunch and like, we were in Vegas and it was sunny and we're by the pool and it just like that one just felt really special and a little different and I guess I was just kind of like living in a little bit of a cloud 9 at that time too, and so just looking back at it, that one was like just felt special. So I put that on my favorites because it was kind of like
It was a special moment.
cool experience, and like we took the time to like record too in Vegas.
I think that was the episode where I got the most responses of people feeling like they were actually like in the room with us.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
were
really?
just so comfortable and just it was a special moment. I loved that one.
Yeah.
My second one was a funny one. Episode 63, Who Said It?
Oh, the game,
Right? Partially because I screwed it up by knowing all the answers. But remember,
Oh my gosh! But you like would forget them.
I did. I forgot them too. So I thought that was fun, especially with us getting them wrong and just how
Oh my God.
learning how similar we are too. Because we're like, I don't know who said that. One of us. I thought that was fun. But
I
yeah.
don't remember the numbers.
Yeah, we have to do like a game one, like once a quarter. We need
Yes.
we need a fun one. I mean, all of our episodes are fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, someone needs to send us some game ideas. 'Cause
Yeah.
we've done
'Cause I
some
love games.
funnier ones.
Yeah.
Like we did like some this or that type ones. We've done some funny games.
yeah, we should do like a rapid fire this or that. Like
Yeah.
Oh my
like a
gosh.
timer.
Remember when we had the little
Paddles?
Yeah, the little
What
paddles.
was that
Right?
game?
That was way back from the very
That was like our
first
first
days.
year.
Yeah.
Very
Guys,
first
we're on
days.
we're going into our third year of the
I know.
podcast.
That's so wild.
insane.
yeah.
That's insane.
What's our little podcast anniversary? February something?
February something. Can you believe we
I
had
think
that much to
so.
talk about? Oh my gosh, 3 years. Every
Yeah,
week.
even though we're on episode 81, that's pretty wild to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. That's awesome.
February 27th is our little podcast anniversary.
Nice. I love that. I
We
love
have to
that.
celebrate that.
Yeah, we do.
That's got to
We
be a
need
thing.
cake. Yep.
It's a holiday. We need cake. We get ourselves a little Bikini Besties cake.
That'd be so cute with those
Colors.
colors. Oh my gosh, one bite each.
one bite, the bite roll.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be so cute.
Okay.
Number 3.
So our third one. So mine is a recent one we did. It was, I don't know the numbers. I didn't write down the podcast numbers, but posing coach versus competition coach. I liked this one just because I thought we did a really good job of like identifying the roles and like really giving good direction of how to use certain coaches and explaining what the relationship should be like. I think that's something that's really important to all of us is like community, relationships, collaboration. And I thought that was a really good, clear episode of how to do all that. When using posing coaches and competition coaches. I also, being just the owner of Performance Posing and being a posing coach, I really liked the opportunity to just share like kind of our methods and systems and procedures, how we think and do things, just so people could get to know us as posing coaches a little more. And I got really good feedback about what we talked about, about the different roles and how to use posing coaching and how to use posing coaches to help them like set up for the upcoming year that's happening. And so, I just got a lot of good feedback on that. It was just, I love to talk about structured things and what I do and stuff. And so, it was
And it was cool having Lexi here too.
Yep. We had the whole team here. Yeah. Whole performance posing team. So
That was a super valuable episode too, because that was the episode that I wish I could have listened to as a beginner. Because
I just kind of think it gives you good, like, a little bit of good like information and direction of like what to do and how to navigate like those different relationships in the sport and stuff.
And that kind of reminded me of some of our like original episodes where we really went in depth on some of like the prep how-tos and things like that, and coaches and stuff. And I sometimes I find us being able to share all this like wealth of knowledge that we have, like that's such a cool resource that I really wish I had when I like started out too.
Yeah, same.
Which is your number 3?
Oh my goodness. We're going to
Shifting.
constantly get distracted by
I
these little
know.
paws, these little feet that are just
Just
like
feet up in the air.
Little tongue.
Cute.
yeah.
So I had a hard time picking a third one. I'm also just have a hard time picking a favorites. But what I really liked is that recently in this last little bit of the year, we had a few guests. And like just to point them out, like some of the last ones, there was Dove, there was Rachel, there was Nini, there was Allegra. And I think going back and listening to some of them, because you hear us talk on all these episodes, make sure to listen to our episodes with these guests, because the reason we brought them on is they have a whole nother perspective or thing that they've gone through or specialty that they have. And I get a lot of value out of them. Maybe because I just talk to you guys so much. It's really cool to hear this like another perspective. And that's been kind of my favorite, is that we've been incorporating more guests lately, and even virtual, because I kind of like, you know, we have a further reach there. And that's been really special, just to kind of bring other people in here and like see, you know, at first kind of be like, oh, maybe they wouldn't have like our voice or what we're doing here, but they've all added in such a positive way to like what we're talking about, and they all have such unique stories. It's really cool to hear like more unique stories. So I really look forward to like in 2026 having some more guests on the episodes.
And that was a first for 2026, us having virtual guests.
Yeah,
So
that
that
was
was
a
pretty cool
first
too,
for us.
right?
Look at us growing and evolving.
My third one, I broke some rules because we were trying to pick ones from this year, but I liked episode 37, Navigating the Holidays.
Last year's holiday
one, because I think it always applies. And even, you know, being a more advanced athlete, there's still so many things in that episode that I drew from even this holiday break. So I thought that was a good one too.
Yeah, I think that was a stronger holiday one than this year's holiday one.
Yeah, that had a lot more
So
mindset.
I'll let you intersect that one. Go all the way back.
Go all the way back to 2024. I think it's a popular. It just is a popular like topic, subject, or content to consume at this time, because people are looking. You know, they're stressed out about it. They're worried about it, and they are looking for different viewpoints and ideas of like, how do people that have been doing this sport for a long time, or maybe who are successful at navigating the holidays, how do they do it? And just helps to give them, I don't know, maybe some tools and encouragement to you know, to enjoy the time, but also keep their goals in mind and
be present.
Yeah, and I think every year we're in different places. You know, we might be in a different job. We might be not in prep or in prep.
First,
or
not
right?
prep in 3 years. We devoured some Christmas cookies.
so you might find yourself in a different place.
Yeah.
Than you were the year before. So it's always really good to kind of revisit those kind of things, and it is helpful.
Yeah.
I really,
That's a good one.
Yeah, I liked that episode too. We've had a lot of good ones. I was like looking through it and I was like, whoa, like I can't believe like I didn't have this when I started, just having different resources of like people chatting and
just sharing
relatable experiences in the sport. You just had to find besties.
I remember when we first had the idea of the podcast too. I think we were at Hotworks or the sauna or something. I think it was your idea. I think it
was me that asked you guys. I think I talked about it with Cody first.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened, because I wanted to do a podcast, but I didn't want it, like, it's not just gonna be me. And and then Cody, I'm like, obviously Cody's gonna be the one that has to help with it, because I don't.
I'm just picturing the podcast just being you and you just having like idea, and then like circling back, just like
no,
right? Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't like podcasts that are like singular, like just like talking.
It's boring.
Yeah, I don't. It's very rare that I like a podcast. There's a couple, but I like conversational, and so like I think that's how you get them. Like, I think it's so much better. We all have different, like, there's a lot of things we agree on and we're alike, but then there's a lot of things that we're not, and that's what makes this so valuable. Is that,
or just approaches. Is
we have
different
approaches.
Goals
Same goal, but like different approaches to getting there, and that's like
and different experiences that kind of add together to kind of
Yes.
like, give
Different
us a
struggles
full picture.
for sure.
Yeah.
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 None of you guys have the mobility struggles. Like,
Just the glute growing struggles. For me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Both of us are just always on it. She's like, glute. I'm like, mobility.
I don't even know what I'm working on these days.
Raising a puppy.
Yeah, being a dog mom and
Preparing for mom life.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think like letting go of rigidity. That's been my hard one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, because I think like, yeah, I know being the end of the year and the holidays, we didn't really do an update on how our holidays went, but like it was different to like have to tell myself like I'm not being off plan by not tracking, because I've just spent so many years being so disciplined and
Yeah.
like even if I take days off over the holidays in the past,
Yeah.
which I have, I had to get back on that plan, and I'm like, oh.
It was always about getting back
Yeah.
on the plan.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So yours is
would-
different.
Those days were supposed to be help me learn for my intuitive days. Interesting. This is different.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, that's what I was saying. Every year it's a different, you're in a different spot
Yeah.
and you're handling things differently. And I think even like you can probably see since, I mean, the beginning of our podcast, even just this year, how much we've evolved as our podcast, like the studio, everything, even the way we approach topics, our virtual guests, the evolution of it is pretty
Our
cool.
setup.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We'll set it. We have structure now.
Yeah.
Thanks so well.
Yeah, and shout out to Cody there too for
Yeah.
always hosting the studio space.
Yeah.
Yes.
And setting it up, taking it down,
Yes.
moving it when moved.
Right.
Needed. Yeah.
I do what I can. I don't know if yours where it keeps.
Oh my goodness. But no, it's been fun.
Yeah. It's been really fun.
Yeah.
What were some of your guys's like, I don't know, when you look back at the year, big moments, things you're proud of, accomplishments, like lessons learned, takeaways,
Oh my
aha
gosh.
moments.
So many questions. Biggest wins.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I feel like the first person that has to like order at a restaurant. I'm like, I'm like, somebody else go first. I have to think on it. Oh my goodness. I think posing for me.
Yeah,
it was
you made
posing.
massive posing.
I think it was
yeah.
posing. Yeah. That just being comfortable and also just letting go and just not thinking as much. Like really, and doing less. That was a huge thing with my posing too, because I was over posing quite a bit. And so just doing less, thinking less, everything was just
Less is more
a
common.
lot. Yeah, a lot less. Less is more. So that was a hard one for me to work on, but I was really happy with my progress this year. So that was a good win.
Yeah. I think like, and I don't know, I saw like progress for you too. I felt like you had like the biggest change. I felt like you elevated your like level of being a pro.
Yeah.
Like just the way that you approached prep, if that makes sense.
No,
So
that's
wasn't
right.
it, and I think that's like bigger because we see the behind the scenes. And so like versus like what people see, like what you put on stage
Yeah.
or like a placing or anything. I think from behind the scenes here, the biggest thing I've seen for you this year is like the way you've approached it has been like a next level. This year, like you were open to change, you were open to learning, you're open to taking anything on, you were like facing challenges and really like almost like deconstructing the way you do things and then building it back up like a new way.
That was huge for me actually, because
Yeah.
now I'm just thinking about the defeat that I felt when I went for my assessment. The first, that was hard. That was
Yeah.
so hard because I failed that entire assessment. I don't think I passed one thing. That Drew's assessment of like doing, just like him watching my body mechanics and
Yeah.
everything like that. I remember it was kind of funny because I thought I did something right. And I remember seeing his face and I'm like, ooh, no, I did not. But no, I think, yeah, because that first weekend was good in the way that there was so much learned. Like I was excited, but it was also a little bit defeating in the way that I felt like there was so much wrong that it kind of was like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. Like, where do I start?
Yeah, but I
know?
think looking back, like just like watching from like that outside close by.
Yeah.
It really looked like it was something. It was like you had to like tear it down to build it back up better.
Yeah.
Because if like you had stayed with what you were doing before, then no change would have happened. So it's kind of like you almost needed it to be something where you had to like break it down.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like just really cool to see that this year.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's like been the biggest growth like in 1 year for you.
And hopefully that was inspiring to people listening too, that even, you know, being a pro and being at that advanced level, you still have to be open to, you know, change and and that you don't know it all, right? And that there could be better and that you could do things better. So
I love
that's
that.
good.
I think we got insight into, like, we always knew you were a problem solver and you were like an overachiever with things, but like,
Just a little.
yeah, but then I think we like, cause watching the whole process really got insight into how much of a problem solver you were.
Right.
And
All the
like
specialists.
like just like she was saying, breaking it down and building it back up. Like it was like ground zero. And I was like, okay, who are all my people that, you know, and
who's going to help me get there?
Yeah.
Because you really had a choice at that moment. It was overwhelming in the way that I'm like, okay, is this like so, because I don't know if it's childish, but it's kind of that childish thing where you're like, oh, it's so much, I can't do it. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I give up.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you could have easily been like, this is too overwhelming. I give up. This is too much. I have to have how many specialists? I have to like, and you're like, nope, let's go. Like you were just.
I was like, this is a challenge. This will be good.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm happy to even see. I think you picked a better winning moment than I did. That was better. I like that one. That's gonna be my winning moment.
You talking about posing reminded me of like it wasn't just your posing; it was how you approached everything.
Yeah.
And posing was just the big anchor of that for you because it was just something that you felt like you needed to be so much stronger at, and that's why you looked into all the things. That's why mobility is important. It was even posing. There's just like all the building blocks to get to like what we need to do, and that's the problems. All of it. It just all wraps together.
No, it absolutely did. Winning moment for you. Well, we know your winning moment.
Well, yeah. Well, but even like looking back, like everybody could think like being at the Olympia would feel like would be the biggest winning moment. But I almost feel like winning the pro show and qualifying was like a bigger moment because that's like when I like really like run. And it was like kind of like a big achieve. That was like the big fight, that like the chase, like what we were doing. And like going to the Olympia was more like my reward.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
And so, and that's just kind of how it felt because it was kind of like there's less pressure, no expectations going in. It was just like the coolest thing to bring the best look you've ever had to the biggest stage. But like my drive was like, it was so much more of a climb and a fight to win a pro show. And so like, if you look back, that was kind of probably be like my pivotal moment. It was because like I was fighting even to get into the first call outs at the beginning of my season. And then just to like win, like I just felt like all of that came together to be the right thing. And so that was probably my biggest win. And I think a lot of it, even, you know, thinking about the behind the scenes of like what we were just talking about is too, is like with that win, like there was a lot of mindset work that I had to do this season of just kind of even believing in being able to win.
And the new approach too, because the looks that you brought varied a little bit, and you know, like it was a lot for you to even I don't know how to say it, but I don't know how to say that. You know what I'm talking about? Like it was such a different look that you're used to kind of staying within whatever weight range or whatever look. Yeah. And then it was just a little bit out of the box, but you had to kind of almost like believe in yourself a little bit more because it's so
and
different.
Like we don't see ourselves sometimes as objectively as others do. And so it's like sometimes you only see yourself as like, this is what I am, or this is what I look like. And so it's kind of like hard to see yourself actually, or like believe that you've actually improved enough or that much. And so that's like kind of like I had to like be like, look in the mirror and be like, no, see yourself today, see yourself present, not just see yourself years ago, you know, like this is what you're bringing today. Because I think we do get kind of caught in a certain mindset. It's kind of like the I don't know if you've seen the cartoon drawing of like where like an overweight person loses a lot of weight, but when they look in the mirror, they still see the bigger person. It's kind of like that. It's like you see yourself as this beginner, you see yourself as like this like person, and then when you get to a certain level, it's like almost hard to see that you've made it to that level physically.
It's validating in a way.
And so but like to win, I felt like I really had to step in and own that improved person. And that I think was a big big
Yes,
thing
a
behind
big
the
push.
scenes there.
A big push.
And it showed in my posing, and it just improved throughout the season. So
Absolutely did. Absolutely did. The shining moment was that purple bikini on the Olympia stage. Like you were.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you wore that.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good. For me, a winning moment. I think I don't know. I have like a few things, but I think one for me is actually a little bit more business. This year, 2025 was the year for me for performance posing. So when I left corporate, I didn't leave corporate to become a posing coach. I left corporate because I wanted to become a business owner, and I didn't know what that was going to be yet, kind of thing. And then I just got into posing coaching. I have other business ideas and stuff like that too. Being a business owner is like what I wanted to do, if you had to give it a title. And so like I started posing coaching, and then like just me being me, I didn't just want to be a posing coach. I want to build a business. That's like just I like that process. And so this was like 4 years now of performance posing, and we've grown every year, but this was the first year that we grew. And to like a level that I was like, oh, that's not, and so I finally like reached a milestone goal that I wanted to reach personally and professionally. And then from here is now where I really have to like grow a business. Like this is like I grew it to this point, but now from here I have to like, it's like a different thing. I got to like get out of my comfort zone. There's like, I'm going to have to do some things to like make pivotal, like, yeah. And so this was the first year that like I reached a personal and professional milestone in my business that to me I was like, it's not gonna happen as a posing coach. Like it was just,
it almost felt more real to you.
Yeah. And so and I did it. And so it kind of showed me that like, okay, like you can do this. You got way more to learn. You got way more to like grow and evolve, like, and you can and you will, and like just keep going, just keep learning. The next year, 2, 3 are going to be the years where I start kind of reaching out to specialists. There's going to be some other people I've got to involve now in my business that I don't know all the things, and I need their expertise to help me grow and help me. And so that's going to be kind of the next move in order to grow beyond this point. But this was the first year that I achieved that milestone, and
we were so proud of you too.
Thank you. Yes, I mean you guys are a part of it. Like literally all 3 of you. Like honestly, really truly could not achieve like the stuff professionally that I have without you 3. And so so that I think that's like on a professional one. That's like
being in the industry for a little while. There's tons of posing coaches, and a lot of people use very similar framework, I found, from my perspective. And one thing that I was super proud of you for is that I felt like, yes, you loved posing, but you almost like made it your own, like in terms of the systems that you set up, just how you ran it in terms of like, even just having like those little steps of chapters, or what do you call it? I can't remember. Curriculum stages that everyone goes through. And then just having that structure so that people feel like grounded in it. I think kind of helped with the confidence that most people walked off stage feeling, because you really provided that structure for them to know what they were doing, why they were doing it, and so on and so forth. So I thought
yeah.
And I can speak on the business side of it, because I've been a posing coach for you for a while now. Like for a long time.
Oh my God, I should know this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do.
I should know this. How long have I been working for you? But it's been, a while, and I want to say like it's been really cool to see it kind of like, obviously you start more as like, okay, we got to figure out how to like make sure that we're doing the posing coaching part right.
Yeah.
But you've also like, as a business owner, you've implemented things like behind the scenes that I think really help bring a cohesiveness to the company altogether. Like you have one-on-ones, you have record of each client's wins, you have a lot of like, you have educational things that you go through and take the time with me and Lexi, and just make sure that your coaches are informed on like what's new and upcoming, like a whole new division, fit model. We had to like throw that in there this year. And so it's been really cool to see how like you bring that educational model to it and the organization, so that our coaches are all fully supported. So, and I think like it truly like makes it so you are confident in the tools and all the things. And that's the business side of it, that like, I'm glad I'm just the posing coach. That's all on you. You get to be the big business owner. I get to use all the tools. But it's really cool to see, cause I'm, you know, being handed those and educated on those and stuff. And so I'm seeing the growth behind the scenes, and I think it's really neat. And it just lends for better service from your coaches too. Because the better tools that I have from the business growing, the better that I can coach my own clients. So I love that and appreciate it. And I'm really excited to see the growth that keeps going.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. There's, I mean, I'm someone who I will never say I'll never know everything. And I've got a lot to learn. And that's the exciting part. Like, that's what I love about like kind of doing what I'm doing. You know, no matter what the business is, like, I just like figuring it out. I like figuring out how to like get better as a business owner. Oh, that didn't work out well. We don't like how we handled that or whatever. And then pivoting and learning. And so it's,
I like how all three of us kind of mentioned problem solving in different ways.
we just love problem solving. Yeah.
We actually have a whole episode on problem
Yeah, we
solving.
do.
That's true.
Building your problem solving muscle, I think, or something like that.
something like that.
Yep, we have a whole episode on that because it is so important
Yeah.
in all areas
In
of life.
Life, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I think that's something we've all learned just being as athletes that we've like been able to like actually put into work in like other areas of our life. Like I know all of us have like achieved certain skills, problem solving or discipline and all these things of not just like, can I stick to my macros? It's like, how do I get better in this little nuance and this, and how does it all work together in big picture and little details all across the board? And we can take that into our careers. We can take that into our relationships. We can take that into the way that we present ourselves and the way that we share with you guys. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to that episode too.
Yeah.
That was a good one too.
Listen to all of them.
Yeah, re-listen to the whole year. We got a lot of cardio coming up in January. Well, not for me, but
Not for me. Either.
maybe for y'all starting prep.
Not yet.
Yeah, last prep, what did I get to? An hour? That's the new prep.
Yeah,
That's your win.
Yeah,
that's
that's
your
the next
yearly
one
win.
of your biggest
Yes.
wins.
Yeah, that
Steph went
She
from
didn't-
like 2 to 3 hours of cardio a day
yeah.
down to like
Don't
less
say
than
3,
an
it
hour.
was 2.
I felt like you did 3. I felt like
It
you
was-
did 3.
That is Steph's
Yeah.
biggest win.
Oh my gosh.
We never heard above an hour.
Oh yeah, that
but
was
that's
a
like
huge win.
half.
Yeah, that's a
was
big
huge.
win.
I
It's literally half the cardio.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't. Talking to you, I feel it more, but when I was doing it, I didn't feel like it was that much.
Because when
But
you're
it's
in
just
it,
You
you
normalized
it's your
it,
normal.
you
Yeah.
know, because you just like that was just like you're like, no, this is just what my body needs.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember saying that all the time too. Like, I'll never be that girl, but like, you know, had 40 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever, like just less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
I just always thought I would. That's just prep for me.
Nope.
But
We evolve. We
right?
evolve.
And learn and all the things.
And
So, no,
move
that was a
through.
good- That was a good one.
Okay. Any other moments? Any other things you want to say?
What other things did you say? Wins, struggles?
Like lessons learned, takeaways.
Lessons
Yeah, I'll share kind of a personal-ish. Like, I think this year, for me, I learned that, I don't want to say this. Well, I'd say I learned that I'm a very hyper-independent person. And this was the year that I learned that, like, that is a strength, but it can also be a weakness. And so I embraced relationships more. And I embraced, like, that it's okay to accept support. And it's okay to not be so hyper independent. It's okay to have people want to help you and take care of you. And, you know, I've achieved a lot of growth this year in some friendships, my marriage specifically. And yeah, so it's been like just, I think, a really good like growth year of kind of just recognizing and owning things that are strengths of mine, but finding like how to manage and balance them in ways that are productive for me and my life and those around me. And so that's been a big personal one is just like, yeah, accepting support, trying to be more supportive, not really like operating in my own lane 100% of the time that I used to do.
It's brought a lot of self-awareness, I think.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. I think this year has been a big year of just being more self-aware. And yeah, it's been good. Like, honestly, all great.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like there's definitely been some rough moments this year, but it's all like, all of that is needed for growth. And, all of those, rough moments and struggles are needed to, come out on the other end, kind of thing. And without them, I would have never really learned some things and realized some things.
Or maybe not pivoted.
Yeah, and not pivoted. Yeah. And so, and I think I've pivoted a lot this year, and think differently about a lot of things.
And reminded yourself what's important to you and what makes you happy and you and Ronnie happy too.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of this year I learned some things I thought were important to me. I learned weren't really actually important for me or what I wanted, or that it just changed. And so, and then that's okay. And you don't need to be stuck in your ways. You could have a way of thinking one year and then the next year go, oh no, I kind of actually want XYZ.
It's okay to change your mind.
It's okay to change your mind. Yeah. And it's okay to rely on others and bounce. Something I think I've always struggled, or I used to always struggle with, is I don't ever want to be a burden on anyone. And so that all hyper independence, I'll just handle it. I'll deal with it, problem solve it. I'll do all the things and just tell you what's happening. And I always kind of wore that as a badge of honor, which it is handy when needed and when right. And, but sometimes it's not. It can isolate you. It can ruin relationships. It can, and so it's just a personal thing that I think I'm proud of myself this year, without going into tons of detail, that that I worked through this year, and I just have I think a good, and I'm still going to grow and evolve and change, we all are, we should as humans and stuff. But I'm proud of this year for some things I went through and overcame, and
the internal growth.
Yes, the internal growth. Yes, exactly.
I'm always filling in her sentences.
So, yeah, she always is. Yes, she always is good at that. I ramble and then she summarizes. Yes, that.
It's I know what you're saying.
On the same page.
Yep.
What about you, Lo?
Yeah. I think you kind of mentioned there's a part of it where I think I've worked through some different things, but mine's been kind of really stepping into priority shifts. I have been so focused on competing for so many years, and without any sort of plan out. Do you know what I mean? For so many years, it's always just been how do I get better? How do I move up? How do I climb? How do I get better? I want this. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I love it, and I enjoy the sport. But I think Anthony and I kind of had to have a sit down at the beginning of the year when we actually wrote up our New Year's resolutions for 2025. We went out to dinner and had a night and wrote down, they're on our fridge. We wrote on a napkin our 2025 goals and our some life goals. They're all on our thing, and we stuck them on the napkin, and they're still up on our fridge. And so it's kind of just thinking at the end of the year, looking back at where you started at the beginning of the year. And, we sat down at the beginning of the year and thought about it. And it's okay, we're heading in. You're going to start prep. You're going to do, you have these big goals. What are our goals as we're together, we're here, we're doing this life. And we kind of had to sit there and I kind of had to put an end date on my competing for the year, because we want to shift priorities to family. It doesn't mean that I'm stepping away from competing or out of the industry or stopping things. It's, who knows, I might compete again after we want to try to have a family. I'm in my mid 30s and Anthony's in his early 40s, and we are still unmarried with children, and that's fine. We've lived it, but have an amazing fun life together. But we sat down and we were like, okay, well, what do we really want?
Yeah.
And we had to sit down and be like, are we gonna do this? Do we make those type of goals? And so we did, and we set out a timeline, and oh my gosh, thank goodness, my timeline worked out. That helped. But I did have a thing, if I didn't make it to the Olympia, I still would have ended. October was still my end date.
Yeah.
Because of just the way we want, like where we want our health to be, and, you know, preparing our bodies for like fertility and things like that going into 2026. But not too soon because our wedding's in June and like I'm planning all that. And
I've never seen a low plan go off track ever in my life.
Yeah.
Ever.
You'll be
Ever.
oh, don't worry. I'm planning all this. There's a plan. But yeah, that's I think been kind of like one of the biggest things that's like kind of been behind the scenes is it's, even though it's exciting and really good things that we're switching to, it's been really, really mentally hard to have like such high goals in competing, but also feel like I'm stepping away at the same time. And so that's been like a really mixed like alignment internally this year. And like, then also just like kind of accepting, like I was in a, just being honest, I was in a kind of a bad mood yesterday, heading to the gym and just kind of tired and grumpy. We didn't sleep one of the nights, and, you know, traveling after the holidays and eating all the extra food. And I like pulled up to the gym and I was like, doesn't even matter if I go in, I'm not an athlete anymore. And then I was being a little,
You'll have our toddler moments.
yeah. I mean, I was like just being sassy, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need to go in. I just don't want to. And then I was like thinking about it. It's like, okay, I'm not going in. It's just a shift. It's not because I have to go in to make sure that I have the right feedback executed for my physique. It's like, no, I'm going in because I take care of myself.
Yeah.
I'm
Just reframing.
Because it
Like,
makes you feel better.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of like I had to step back and be like, stop it, Lauren. Like, this is still important to you, just in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's an adjustment, and it's gonna take time. Like, you've only been out of your like the standard competing lifestyle for what, 3 months?
Yeah,
4
and I've been
months?
like diligently reversing, like you're still
Yep.
in it, because I
Yes.
wanted to like prepare my body
Yes.
like smoothly,
Right.
and stuff. Like I'm still checking in weekly. I've not missed a check-in.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was a part of your life for like 10 years, 9 years, something like that.
9
And
years,
so
a little over 9 years.
that's an adjustment. That's
Yeah.
going to take time. Doesn't happen, I think in a snap of a finger.
No.
And you know, so it's just going to be these little moments and these little wins that remind you, like, and that reframing that
Yeah.
you'll constantly do, and it'll add up. And then, you know, one day it just all is like, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing now. And
Just
like,
embracing change.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult, regardless.
It's managing that expectation of the priority shift while I had to be all in still, like the little goals I was reaching. Like I couldn't like be like, oh, well, I'm switching, so it doesn't matter. Like I had to still be all there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like knowing that the shift was happening, but still being all in and like doing whatever it takes. Like it was kind of a weird, it was definitely a learning experience to like do that, and still learning. So
Yeah. And I think it was kind of a strong suit of your relationship too, because like Anthony stopped competing when 2024. 2024,
yeah, he competed in 2024.
right? So then at the beginning of 2025 was like kind of a shift for your relationship too, in terms of
Yeah, because he had to decide if he was going to prep as well.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, we had to sit there and be like, okay, so are you going to prep this year or not? And we chose that he wasn't going to,
Yeah.
or we discussed it and he chose not to. And I would have supported if he had wanted to, but it just made more sense not to.
Yeah. So it's almost like this gradual change from both of you competing in 2024 to like kind of the end of 2025, and both of you kind of stepped away for good reasons and choosing, you know, different priorities.
Different priorities. So it's just, I think that would be kind of like, it's exciting, but it's not easy.
No, but
It's
I'm happy
not-
you guys had each other to go.
Yeah, we're both going
you know?
through it together. It's not one bodybuilder stepping away. It's like he had to make some big changes and find other passions. Oh my god.
Yes.
Like jiu-jitsu.
I do. I love
got-
the jiu-jitsu videos.
Oh, just wait. They're going to get even better. I got him a mat for Christmas for our living room.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
And I'm sure we'll have someone join.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Wild man here. Hello, wild man.
yeah, we have mats at our house. We have dummies. Has he gotten a dummy yet?
No dummies yet. He
Okay.
says I'm his dummy.
Oh,
And I like
I'm not the dummy in my household, so there's actual dummies that we have.
I was like, yeah, I'm not buying one of those. They're weird.
They are weird. It's like a literal life size. Like, what do you call it? Like
A mannequin
like,
almost?
yes.
Yeah.
It's like a mannequin that you can manipulate, And it's terrifying.
How many times have you been scared just like going to get water at night and just like thinking there's someone there?
Well, we also have a bob,
Yeah.
so like the punching thing, that's terrifying, especially at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of that
Freaky.
stuff.
That's freaky. I love how you're his dummy. That's so funny.
Yeah,
I love all the
you're a
videos.
very nice significant other because I don't do that. I
love.
Yeah, that yes. There's no love apparently in my.
Nope.
And stop sharing it on social
Someone
media.
just-
So Ronnie
right?
doesn't just think.
Why don't you
Why
do
don't you
this,
do this
right?
with me?
Someone needs to just remind him he's lucky.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's so funny.
My takeaway from this year, I think, in terms of what I stepped into, I think, kind of more going off what you said, is I felt like I stepped into kind of like my light or like myself in terms of believing in myself, showing up for myself, presenting myself in a different way. So all of that kind of came together. I'm not the type of person to kind of believe words or be more on the you can do it kind of thing. It's more grounded for me in terms of evidence. Like I almost have to like show myself I can do it before I
Bring
do
staff
it.
receipts.
Yeah, I do need
Yeah.
receipts. I do need
Yeah.
receipts, right? I'm like, I can nod along all the way, but it's like for me to truly internally like accept it and show up for myself, it really does take a little bit of that evidence. So even like flying down to Arizona to see Jamie and Drew, I did a lot, like every month or every 6 weeks or
you
so.
did.
know, that's-
Yeah.
And so even though that wasn't like, maybe I didn't, change my workout a lot or change my posing a lot, it was also just that little bit of evidence for me to have, Jamie give my feedback and just, see her. I think it really added to the competitor that I thought I was and what I thought I could achieve too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're
that was
definitely
a big one.
committed to the process.
Yes.
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 It was a commitment year.
Yeah.
2025
Yes.
was a commitment year.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. Right?
This was a really good year. And I think
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, I was like, this is going to be a really good year for all of us. I can feel it.
Yeah.
And I think we all made significant changes. Like we all changed coaches. We all
Yeah, that was actually one thing
Yeah.
for me this year was like changing coaches. I have in the past stayed with coaches because like it's hard. That is it can be hard and you want to be nice. It's hard. Like to
It
do
is.
something like that
you
is
build
hard.
a relationship with
You
them.
build relationships and these coaches can be great and fine coaches. Like there's nothing against them or anything. It's just, are they the right fit for you, your goals, what you need, how you need things done? And so like this year I was like, I talked to you guys about, actually, I just made that change, huh? I just did. This year
Pretty much.
I went with my gut and my
Yeah.
heart. I was
Yeah.
like,
And it was fine.
I was like,
Well,
I was like, you're mid-30s, Kaylia. This is coming to an end, like not an end, but like at some point, I'm making the life season choice too very soon. Like whether it's this year or next year, like there's just things that I had to like. I can't really like I have certain goals and I know what needs to be done, and I need and so I just was like making the choice and like this is what's best for me. Is nothing against
yeah.
No.
anyone else. It was just like this is what's best for me. And so this was the first year that I just like made decisions faster. And I don't
I think you showed up for yourself a lot more. Like you're like,
I
this is what I need.
stuck up for myself a lot more
Yeah.
this year.
Exactly.
I think.
that's even like, because we've all obviously talked to like in depth and privately of like some of like all the little nuances and pros and cons of switching our coaches and stuff this year. And I think a lot of it wasn't necessarily like the previous coach. Some of it could have been little things, but like a lot of it, I think all of us really have like found that it was like, okay, that we hired these people. They're a service. They're, and like what comes down to it is this is our experience that we're shaping. And it's like, are we going to protect someone else's feelings, or are we going to really like focus on our own goals, our journey through the sport?
Yeah.
And we kind of all like, we're not going to sit around and wait for everybody
We
else.
spend
We're
a lot
going to
of
make
time and money.
A lot of time and money, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of our effort, time, money, like just heart, like just everything for,
everything.
and so you do just, yeah.
I think a big part of it too was that one, you can change your mind, and two, by making a different choice that doesn't minimize what that person added to your life or how they shaped you or the athlete that we became.
You can still be grateful and move to the next chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then appreciate that time and recognize that that's what you needed then, but that's not what you need now.
And going forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know when I won my pro card, I actually tagged every coach I've ever had.
I remember. Yeah.
I love that,
You
though.
know, because they all kind of...
They were all a part of each little bit of the journey.
Well, they all are like, all the coaches we've had, like, they made you the athlete you are today. All of them did. Without them, would you be, you know, I don't know, like in the spot you are in?
Exactly.
And so, like, they're all part of it.
Yeah,
They all
all
deserve...
just the coach you were under when you won the pro card. So.
Yeah, all of your positive and negative experiences shape you.
Yeah.
So it's like even like sometimes even like a let's say a negative or less than optimal situation sometimes makes us or forces us to push harder or learn or pivot more than if we're in a comfortable situation. And so it's kind of like those, like we have to be grateful for all of those moments because they're what drove us to work harder.
Absolutely.
I love it. Like, yeah, and I think we all kind of had that moment this year where we're just kind of like, nah, I gotta have to choose me. Let's go.
And it's not like, it's not selfish. It's like, you know, at all. It's just like, you know, what is best for you. And and what's going to get you to your goals. Because, like, you need those specialists to get you to your goals. And so it's like picking the right people to be in your corner, part of your team.
And you know, the more time you spend in the sport, the more you know your own needs.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, you might think you know certain aspects of the sport, and then you find out, like, actually, I have a hole over here that a coach that was more focused in that could fill.
Yep.
And that's just you learning and being aware of yourself and what you need to go further. But speaking of it not being selfish, we do have a really excellent episode on Is the Sport Selfish?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Look at you go.
That's true.
That one was a really good one too. Wrapping back
Yeah.
to like best episodes of the year.
Yeah, that was a really good one too.
That one actually I totally forgot. Like
Yeah, I totally forgot we did that.
that
That's
one
a good
was
one.
so good. Yeah, it was like
is bodybuilding selfish?
is
Yeah,
bodybuilding
is bodybuilding
selfish?
selfish.
Yeah.
And I think that one had you have to stop and think because it's kind of like so many people are like, you know, like we make choices about things that they're expensive and they're
And they impact not
commitments
just
and-
us, right? Like our spouses, family, everything, work.
Yeah,
Yep.
that reminded me just like of that episode. I was like, oh my gosh, that one was
We talked
so
about this.
good. We talked in depth about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of all the episodes,
Right. But no, that was difficult for all of us, but it was you know, it was rewarding. It was rewarding at the end of the day. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I think we all became, you know, better athletes because of it. And yeah, I don't know. We've all learned like a lot. I've learned a ton. And so.
And even being on the same team, I feel like we all had different experiences on the same
Very.
team too, right?
because we all even did shows in like different little seasons
Segments and stuff. Yeah.
of the year this year, and we all like kind of had different approaches and different things because it's such a unique experience, like everybody's experience. So no matter like, let's say you have the same coach, like we have the same coach, we have very different experiences with prep.
The moment that I knew it was when we all had to record our workouts, and then there was one podcast where I came to them and I was like, how do you guys like record your mobility stuff, like your prep and prime?
Like, we don't.
And neither of them have to do that. That's how I found that out, that I had to record everything, and that's how I found out that mobility was my big like thing I had to work on. So that like I said, there's definitely different approaches to everything.
I think I've had something where you were like she changed something with your food, and I was like, why did she change mine like that?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, why don't I get to do that? I was like, well, we all have our own paths.
Yep, different approaches.
And yeah, it's kind of cool. Actually, I'm excited for 2026. Like, I'm still going to be involved in all this.
Absolutely. Maybe another one. Did you say things we learned from? I almost want to do like, I should have done this in the middle so we could sandwich it, but not like a low point, but not like a negative low point, like a positive low spin of finding like your kind of rocky bottom
Of the year?
and what you learned from it, or how you think.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I want me to go first?
Yeah, you give us
I know
an
what mine
example.
is.
Go,
I
okay.
know what
All
mine
right.
is. It's from the episode that I named. Which one was it? What did I say? Oh my gosh. It was 37. The one
Sabotage.
Self-sabotage. Yes, because I had to be very, very real and very, very open about eating off of my plan. I think I was 4 weeks out or 3 weeks out. And that was, I want to say vulnerable. I was very vulnerable in that episode. Yeah. I was very vulnerable because obviously everyone that's even spent a day in prep knows that you should not do that.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to share it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I guess. Like, you could have just...
Yeah.
No one could have ever known.
Nope.
And wouldn't have ever thought anything, like, you know, and...
But I think it's more common for someone to have the experience that you had. And then, but like everybody, there's this like whole like badge of honor, like I had never cheated. I never did anything wrong. I was 110%, 1000% of the time. And it's like, okay, but we're all like humans here. Like, were you?
Yeah.
And so it's like, we all have, maybe for someone, like it might have not have been food. Maybe for someone, it was like they didn't finish their cardio or they didn't give effort somewhere else or they were skipping like posing. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's all our different things where it's like a little, like we're human and we have like our things. And I thought it was really, really awesome that you shared because I know there's a lot of people out there who have similar experiences, but they don't feel like they can share.
Yeah. So I was hoping that hopefully it helped someone in some way just to share that it was real and that it's something that, you know, shouldn't completely tear you down, but it's something that you can learn from and then just become a better athlete. But that was
And it's how
that was a hard
you
thing.
tackle it, like,
After.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that. Like,
Yeah. Because I could have sat in it for a while.
I think that's more important. Yeah.
Excuses, and none of them really made sense. But anyone can come up with reasons why, right?
Yeah. Or throwing in a towel and like quitting because you had one moment. Like,
Yeah.
no, you don't quit.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. It was such a weird time too because I'm not really into football, but it was like Super Bowl Sunday. I remember that.
I never even know when Super Bowl Sunday is.
like February.
That's how much I don't pay attention.
I really want to get
sports.
the sweatshirt that I saw that says Go Sports.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Oh my
love
God,
that.
I want this.
Yeah, I want to wear it to like, I want to be known to wear it to like every single sport thing,
right?
every football game, every.
Ronnie and I
Go
don't
Sports.
watch sports at all, except for UFC and bodybuilding shows.
Yeah.
Like, those are the only, like, my stuff and his stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like whenever it's like those weekends, like whatever, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's that today's that day.
Yeah.
Like,
You
yeah.
see everyone in their jerseys.
Yeah.
I married an Oregon Duck, so yellow and green for Super Bowl Sunday and all the things. I don't even know if they played in the Super Bowl. That's probably wrong. Zach probably is listening to this like, oh my God.
Right? I don't know who played.
Right? What do I remember about Super Bowl Sunday?
Hey, you remember their colors,
right? Yeah,
I think
that's
you
true.
get points. She gets points.
That's true.
Like, I'd be like, what
I
colors
also
are they?
think Super Bowl's NFL and they're college, so probably a different league. So probably didn't play.
Sorry, Zachary.
Just saying.
So good.
I don't know.
I don't know who played.
I don't know anything.
but
I shouldn't have said that.
It's football.
Right.
like I said, Go Sports.
I know. I told on myself.
I love that sweatshirt idea. That's funny.
I saw it. And I'm like, I have to get one of those.
That's really funny.
I always think about it when
Does
people
Anthony
like wear
watch
their
sports?
jerseys. He likes them, but since he doesn't follow anything specifically anymore, we don't watch or track anything. It's kind of like an all or nothing. He needs to be all in following like a team or something, or he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
That's fair. That's fair.
So since we're like so busy with all our other stuff, it's like, nah, don't
Yeah.
care about it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Lucky you guys. 4 hours of football.
Well,
And half the time in the UFC, like, I'm like, I'll always be like, oh, did you want to watch the fights? And he's like, I'll watch them afterwards. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch the ones I want to watch. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Unless it's like a big event, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah.
What about you
okay.
guys?
I don't.
Oh, like a low
A
moment.
low point.
I have one. DC Pro, my first show of the season, when I didn't make first call outs and I came off stage. I talked about it on the podcast before and stuff, and like just like kind of how I had to handle it and stuff, and like being a good sport and all that. But like I had a moment where I really cried and I had to take myself out of the backstage, out of and away from people, and I had to give myself my moment of like, I don't know, self-pity and like being upset and processing the feelings of it. And that was just like, starting off that season with such high expectations and high hopes and high goals, it was truly like I don't think I really brought up how hard of a moment that was. Like I, definitely pulled my stuff together and came out and was a good sport in front of other people, and I like kept going and didn't quit, and I worked harder, and like I did all the things, but I don't think I ever kind of like stopped and really kind of like shared that how hard it was. Like, and it wasn't like I was crying because of a placing or because like I didn't place well enough. It was just like, I think I just like had such high expectations. I didn't even let myself consider that placing was an option. Like that just didn't even pop into my head. I didn't even think it was possible.
I remember. Yeah.
And so it was just kind of like almost shocking.
Yeah.
And so it was a moment like I just didn't expect to have to process the feelings. So it was like a very standout moment, like where like I can picture crying outside the little, it was like a music concert hall that the show was in. And I left backstage and I was like, I told Anthony, I was like, we have to go outside. And he's like, no, we have to go outside. Yeah. Because like, I knew that like, the way I was looking upset wouldn't translate well to other people because they don't know what was really upsetting me internally. And I didn't want to look like a poor sport or like just mad that I didn't win. Yeah. I wanted to like really like, so like, that's why I like had to step away from it. But like, I do want to share, like, it wasn't the placing. It was just like the shock of not meeting the expectations that myself, my coach, my friends, my previous season, my placing history, like it was just shocking to me. And I didn't prepare myself to have to go through those feelings. And so it was like a moment where I had to like, oh, I have to go through these feelings. Shit.
Yeah. Even watching, and tell me if I'm wrong, but it was, I felt like it was shocking for sure. But I think maybe I'm wrong. It was like a mismatch between the effort that you put in and then the outcome, I guess. And
it didn't feel very rewarding, and especially like the season before, I never missed first call outs. Yeah, and like having a whole season of that, and coming off of like like I was like second place and just placings like barely, and I was like in front of the same head judge that put me one spot from almost qualifying the year before, and like. And like feeling improved and feeling like I have like my routine is different and like my look is different and everything. And just like feeling so on, it was just like shocking to like not be rewarded for it. But it just goes to show you like how much like this sport like can throw you such curveballs, and like your plate, and like go back to my episode. What is winning? Like winning isn't like you can't base everything off of like literally winning the show, because this sport has just such subjective judging and so many other things. Like when I went back and I reflected on the show, there are so many wins still going into the show. Like my efforts, like I did so well going into it, and I was so improved in my posing, and I physically improved, and I did a lot of things. And even like, it probably shows mental improvement to like be believing in myself of like that I would be doing well. But it just like I think like I should have prepared myself maybe to be able to be like open to anything happening and processing. And I think like you haven't talked to like I've listened to other podcasts, like Ashley Kay is the most winning pro ever. She still walks into shows not guaranteeing she's winning. She talks about that all the time in her podcast of like I don't go in expecting to. I am expecting anything. And I think that's just kind of something. It's like you can expect anything and like maybe focus on the other wins more. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a big learning moment too, because I think, you stepping outside to sit in your feelings for a moment and just, like you said, not have anyone observe that and get the wrong idea, because you just needed a moment to just collect yourself,
and process it and stuff. And it was just, that was just a hard spot.
Yeah. But it was just the beginning.
It all went uphill from there.
Yes, absolutely.
But I mean, and I guess like we talked briefly. Just I don't want to like go too deep into it, but like having to switch coaches unexpectedly at the beginning of the year was also a challenge of like choosing myself. And I'm just glad I did. I think like there was some worries there and some frustration and some hard times and having to make a decision quickly and things like that just kind of like were a challenge. But I think that kind of just is, I think we kind of talked about that already a little bit, but
it spoke to your perseverance, and I mean, it was just amazing to be there alongside you and just support you as much as we could, but also just experience it with you and try to be there for you as much as we could, because it was very, very difficult, but I think you rose to it. And
thank you.
Amazing athlete.
It does help to have the support from my friends and my besties here.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Always. I don't know.
It does feel like the
right at
restaurant,
you.
right?
Yeah, and I've had 2 people now to like figure it out. I don't know, like a rock bottom moment.
This is not one of those moments where I fill in your sentences. Sorry.
Come on.
I know.
Kaylee has just had a really good year.
Yeah, I just had a really good year. No, I know.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You have some.
I could talk about Arnold, but I'm like, is that really my rock? Like, no. Like when I think of like a low moment, I think of like what is a low moment that you like learned from and stuff. And I think, because like Arnold, I got second in my class, like, and it was the best look I ever had. But it
one of your favorites, right?
one of my favorites, and it was just, there was a lot of like hype around that. So there was a lot of built up expectation that, and it made me realize like, that's what built up expectation feels like. Okay, like we are not ever gonna listen to that again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna, we just no expectations.
Yeah.
So it taught me a lesson of like, which is good. You need to, don't let any kind of hype get to you. It's bodybuilding, and you got to make sure you're bringing the right look and what they want. It's about who's standing up there with you, and it doesn't. Yeah, always.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Nothing is guaranteed, but I wouldn't really say that's a rock bottom. I don't know. I think a rock bottom is a little bit of like just some personal stuff. I'll admit I've talked about this. I think I talked about it in the is bodybuilding selfish episode, where I did for a long time choose bodybuilding things over like my marriage, over friendships. I did, and I thought, achieving my goals in certain areas of my life were more important than relationships, whether it was friends or my husband. And so that was probably the biggest lesson, like thing I learned from last year and this year. It carried over into this year. And this year I think really was a growing, evolving year from that. And so I would say that is like just that bodybuilding it's important to me. It provides a lot of great things, but it's not the end all be all in my life. It's not my priority. Yeah.
Bodybuilding is everything.
Yeah, it's not. And there are just some, and that's okay if it is for other people at certain phases of their life. The phase of life I am in, I needed to not make that a priority. I was pushing people away that I do really want close in my life. And so I realized that I learned that a priority to me is to have a very select few but important people close to me in my life, and to make sure I work at showing them that they're important to me, and just finding the balance, basically teaching myself that I can be a high achiever. I can learn how to run a business and be a business owner and grow that and be a bodybuilder and excel in that, but also be a good wife and friend, like excel at those as well. And this year was about finding that balance and what that is and how to manage that. I haven't figured it all out, but I'm still learning and growing in that aspect, and I'm still chipping away, getting stronger in that and balancing and managing that. But I'd say, that was, if I had to really give a low point.
One change that you made, I think, that you shared on Instagram too, which I want to do, is your date days.
Yep.
I love seeing your date days, right? All the nuns and the outfits and everything, because we're in gym clothes.
Yeah, we take. Yeah, that's kind of an important thing. Like, it's easy to be like, I wear gym clothes all the time, and I'm a posing coach, and like, I don't have to like dress up in casual like business attire or anything like that, I do get ready every day for the most part, but I'm like, and so it's nice to like get out of the norm and put on regular human clothes and like just, I don't know, go make effort, I guess.
And the intention.
Yeah, it's easy to, I've been married for like 11 years, and we've been together for like 16 years, like 15 years. It's like a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So like it's good to just like
check back in,
make each other a priority, like just like a non-negotiable, like, hey, this is our commitment to each other thing, and whatever. It's not always an elaborate thing. Sometimes we're just staying in and like ordering in and having a game night or watching a show, like. But it's just like, we're not gonna work today. We are not gonna really be on our phones as much. Like maybe there's a little bit, but like it's just stuff like that, and just making that more of a priority. And so just doing things like that I never did before. I never made that kind of stuff a priority.
And it was a commitment too.
Yeah.
Because I know if I texted her on Thursday, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to hear back till Friday.
Yeah, you probably won't. Like, yeah.
It was a commitment.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool, and it helps. I think it really helps others, like even learn, like as they are like maybe entering a bodybuilding world, to be mindful of like, you can be committed to learning this new lifestyle, but incorporating it into other areas and like finding that healthy balance from the start. And so I think it is really cool that you kind of share that with everybody too, because it's kind of like, it can be so consuming, and it doesn't even, that's like, you even hear like, let's say it's not even bodybuilding, and bodybuilding I think is arguably one of the most consuming sports,
it can be your work.
Yeah.
Well, honestly though,
everything, but like a lot of times
work, like,
you hear careers
yes,
can be,
that was my other
consuming.
downfall, was that I love to work. It's like a hobby for me. And when you love doing something, you can get all consumed into it, and it's very easy to just like well, this is what I love to do, and like and just put on the blinders, and so it's just like even the people in your life that support you and cheer you on, and like my friends and husband, like they support me bodybuilding, like they like have cheered me on for years doing this, but at some point there reaches a point where like you can't take that for granted, like you gotta like check in with them and be like, okay, you're doing all this support for me, how can I show up for you, like and it's just being aware of that stuff, and sometimes you just gotta I don't know. Yeah.
And bodybuilding takes a lot, and I know, with the suffer thing, and I feel like previously you're like, this is what bodybuilding takes, and that was kind of like end stop period. But it was almost like a reframing of not just what bodybuilding takes, like you can have the awareness of that, but it's also about what you're willing to give. Right?
Yep.
Because that's 100%. What really shapes the whole experience. Right?
Yeah. In order for me to compete, like this is what I'm willing to do, able to do, and this is what I need to do over here. So how do we make that work is kind of what this year's been about.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of like stigma out there of like, if you want to go far, you have to do whatever it takes regardless, no matter what happens. And it's like, I actually think it's more respectful, and as an athlete, that you can manage being high achieving as an athlete while still being like the way you want to present yourself in the other areas of your life. And so I think I wish more people could step back and like have that awareness that you've like been processing, going through and stuff, because I think like it is easy to be like, well, am I doing everything it takes for my goal? It's like, well, yes, that is everything it takes. Like I wish people could see that everything it takes is like, it's also having healthy relationships,
because
it's also having good friends,
and it's a personal choice too, and it's a personal choice that can change year to year.
Yes.
It's something you have to check in
And
about. Does it work for this year? Does it work for because as your relationship evolves, as different things happen, it's just a check-in for yourself, because I think we talked on a previous episode about what winning feels like too. Like if you are first place and the relationships aren't there, would you really feel like
if I won a pro card but I got divorced?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's that reality.
Yeah.
It's that harsh statement right there.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality of it. Like no sugarcoating it, no fluff. Like it's just, it's that, like that pro card means nothing.
Yeah.
Like I almost probably would regret, like wish I didn't, it's just that stuff, and it's that reality. And like, that's what you have to like think about. But that's also because that was just part of life. Like when I got into bodybuilding, I was like 25, 26, like younger. Like I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and like, life's evolved. We waited to have kids. Like, you guys waited. We waited to have kids, and, we got married younger, but we waited to do more of the life stuff. So I've been able to like do bodybuilding like this, but but there's another human on the other side. There's friends, and not even just like married spouses. It's like your friends, like long-term friends you have. It's connections with, like, and so
In relationship with yourself.
yes, yeah. So yeah, I would say that's my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been quite a year.
It's been
I was like, we go this
Even
fast, and like
reflecting.
the more we reflect, I'm like, wow.
I know the more we talk, I was like, I'm
wow,
not expecting
what
to go
has
in.
happened?
I'm like, is one of us gonna cry?
Growing and evolving.
We got deep.
Just being adults.
Y'all thought this was just going to be us listing our own episodes. No, we got deep here.
But it's touching. It really is.
It
It's
is.
touching.
Yeah. I'm proud of us.
I'm
Look at us go.
Right?
But speaking of episodes,
We gotta talk. Oh, go ahead.
Go. Yeah,
go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say we gotta talk about our
Votes.
listener engagement,
Yeah.
our votes, our
Yeah.
our
Well,
DMs, our comments, our
Yeah, and I wanted to kind of, I think Cody put together a
Oh, Cody.
list of our most viewed
yeah.
episodes.
yes. Let's go over those.
Yes.
That'll get us into our.
All right. Most viewed for 2025 on YouTube goes in. Should I do the top one or do the fifth? Bottom up?
Let's bottom up.
Bottom
up.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait for
YouTube
it.
number 5.
YouTube number 5 is going to be episode 49, Tanning Secrets.
Tanning secrets. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's a very useful episode. Like,
For some.
yeah. For some.
Your stuff? Not so much.
I had to. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, number 4, episode 77, Q&A, recovery, weight gain, and PEDs.
Yeah.
That was a
Q and
good
A's.
one, too.
Pretty good there.
Yeah.
Q&A for number 3, Q&A part 1.
Okay.
So
So you guys like the Q and A's?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Q&As
like
are
Q&As.
popular.
Right? Pepper us with questions.
And then for running in at number 2, episode 46, self-sabotage.
Oh.
Ooh, mine made the list.
Best episode. And then number 1, episode 70, Olympia weekend and predictions.
Oh, that was like
Right?
the one Olympia episode we didn't mention.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
because
the
we were
one in
talking
between.
about us getting because we had 3 Olympia. You're going to the O, that one in between, but talking about the weekend, what
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
do, right? And
Oh, the
then your
recap.
recap.
Yeah. yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you guys like predictions. You wanted to hear what we thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to do more predictions. Do we need to do
Ooh.
Arnold predictions?
Ooh, that would be a good episode. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
All
as we
right.
get closer to the Arnold, we'll
Maybe
throw
we need
that
to be
in
better
there
about
for
that
you guys.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like big
yeah.
shows and
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we
Big
do more
currents.
Q&As, since apparently you guys like it, we're going to need you to give us more questions.
Yes.
And we'll do even more of better
Yes.
Yes.
Make us think.
yeah, make us think hard stuff.
Challenge us with your
Yes.
questions.
And I think they had some good ones sent in, so.
Yeah. I think we did a couple of those Q&As live too. I remember there was one that was live where you just kind of got our initial reaction. Was it one of those? I forget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool
you
too.
guys didn't know what the
Yeah.
Q&As were, and then live
Yeah.
reactions.
I wonder which one they liked better, us thinking about it, or I would think the live. I would want the live.
The real life
Yeah.
raw
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah. Make us squirm.
Okay, for Spotify episode for the 5th one, came in episode 49, also Tanning Secrets.
All right. That was just a top
right.
one. Okay.
Consistency.
We need to do more like secret,
Yeah.
like more informational, helpful
Yeah,
tips.
behind the
Okay.
scenes.
Number 4, episode 56, mindset shifts.
Mindset shifts.
Oh, yeah. My
Mhm.
mindset ones are winning.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is going to be episode 77, Q&A, recovery, weight gain, PEDs, push-up, blues.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then number Q&A part 1 came in at number 2.
Okay.
And then Q&A part 2 came in at number 1.
So more
So
people
Q&A is
listen
on
to
the
the
top
second
3.
one?
Yeah, we gotta
Okay.
do more Q&As.
We gotta do some regular Q
100%.
and A's.
Okay, guys. We'll
Okay.
give you what you want. You,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like the Q&As.
All right, we need the support though, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
We need Q and A's, questions. We need ideas for guests. Who do you want to hear from? Like, who should we reach out to and bring on the podcast? And then that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah. We'll do more predictions and
Oh, predictions.
with the tanning thing. We could even maybe do an episode on. Am I the only one who's done their own makeup for a show?
Yes. Ooh,
I have
I
when I was
not.
an amateur.
Okay.
But not
Okay.
as a
Oh, that'd be good.
We could talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be good.
Some DIYs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. Nope. No DIYing over here.
I do all my own tanning. I'll give you the tanning.
Yes, and
secrets.
she's got the tanning.
Yeah,
Walk
yeah.
us through the whole. Yeah,
The
okay.
whole process.
We can have a DIY episode.
Yes, and I do my own tan, so I could say that.
Yeah.
I could get in
Yeah.
on that.
We could give you a kind of a retake on that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that was
Okay.
our top 5s.
So,
What was-
do you want to share? So, one of the other things, so we reached out, we did 3 posts on our stories. We did one, like, share your favorite episode or moment, quote, story, and then share, like,
yeah.
how the podcast has affected you or sorry, impacted you.
Yeah.
So, we have, like, screenshots from those that we just have a few that I feel like we could read. So, I have them here. I sent them in the group.
Yeah, we
these.
have
Do you
them.
guys
I
want-
have them here too.
Maybe I'll read just like this one,
Yeah.
and then I don't know
We
if you
can
guys.
go around. Sure.
Okay, so Okay, wait. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be bad at this. Sorry, I'm making this terrible. So someone said, I don't know if I want to read names, just in case.
No, just-
yeah, we're just
No,
gonna read
just-
them.
yeah.
Okay.
No names.
Part 1. So this podcast is the most relatable bodybuilding podcast out there. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think we just wanted to know like how our podcast has like just impacted you and stuff. So, number 2, helped me through my first bodybuilding prep and even more as I reversed post show. Thank you so much.
I love that.
Yay. Yeah, first preps are hard. And especially reversing as a first time competitor. So, this was my first season and listening to this podcast helped me so much. Good. So glad.
So share with your other first season friends.
Yes. Yes.
It's helping you.
Yeah.
And then someone said, I feel like someone understands and relates to my lifestyle, and that's hard to find locally. So, yeah, I think that's like what's so cool about podcasts is that, and that's why we like having like the virtual guests come on too, is just that like, it's just a bigger reach. And, you can find those people that have experienced the same things in you and had the same thoughts. And
I love that what our purpose was or what we hoped to kind of get across to everyone. It seems like people have
true.
gotten that. Yeah, yeah. That community and then feeling like you're not alone, all of that.
Yeah.
do you want
Want to read one?
Sure. I'll read so the first one you read was a part 1. This
Yeah,
is
you
a
wanna
part
read part
2. Part 2 to that one, she said, it was the most relatable pod out there. She said, this podcast kept me going on my lowest days during improvement season. I see myself in each of your personalities, which makes your mindset and quirky comments so relatable. I'll hear a statement from one of you and immediately think, me too. I do that too. Wow. I'm not the only one. You guys have kept my fire of motivation lit since day one. I can't wait to utilize all the helpful tips for show season. Thank you for being genuine. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being you.
Aw.
That's
Well,
awesome.
thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sending this.
That's
like,
really
that's
sweet.
taking the time. Yeah, I love that.
Another one was to say that the podcast has impacted me is an understatement. It was the Bible to my bodybuilding journey. I've listened to the very first podcast to the most recent one, and it's by far one of the best ones for beginners. So much info and love the transparency. Love following everyone's own journey. Thank you for this podcast.
Oh,
That's super cool.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Definitely a loyal listener there.
Yes. That's how I am though with podcasts. I find one, I just start from the beginning and I work my way up.
Yep.
It's insane. That's why I have like the amount of hours I've listened to on Spotify is wild.
I love it because then you send me the ones that you know that I will love, and I don't
It's
have to do
so
that.
crazy.
The
It's
research
so
of
Right?
crazy.
Just my research.
Okay, so another one. So watching your podcast weekly has helped me maintain the athlete mindset through my improvement season. Also has given me the courage to be real and vulnerable in sharing more on social media by watching the example of you girls doing it so gracefully and normalizing it.
Love that.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
It all makes my heart happy.
Yes, it does. All of it makes my heart happy.
The last one's a long one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do the second paragraph. How about that?
Okay. So the first paragraph of that one, she says, "Hi, I'd love to weigh in on my favorite episode. It was back at the beginning of the year when I was just starting my own prep called What is Winning?" Oh, yeah.
Yay. There we go. You guys,
That was
yeah.
yours.
It really helped shift my mindset and priorities going into my season. Sorry. As for a quote, I don't know the exact words, but Lo saying she had never won an NPC class until she won her pro card sits in the back of my brain these days.
Yes, I will absolutely take over. Right? loved listening to every episode, and you all may not remember, but getting to meet you guys at the O was the highlight of my weekend out there. I'm inspired by all of you and actually have just joined FBF and am making the switch from OCB figure into NPC Bikini. Your real and raw takes on this sport, are what we need more of. Thank you for doing what you do.
Aw, I love
so
that.
awesome. I actually just saw her story today announcing that she switched
That's awesome.
to NPC Bikini.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's going to be really cool. So
Yeah.
your check-in photo is awesome. You know who you are.
That's so cool. And that's like, I think I love that because that's like all we wanted was to be like real and raw and like vulnerable and just honest and all those words, like all those things, right?
Yeah.
And not pretend and just say the things that need to be said and just, you know, and so, yeah, I'm glad that that's how it comes across.
I'd love to go back and listen to one of our very first episodes when we talked about why we started this episode, just to see if our why has kind of changed a little bit.
Episode 1.
I just thought about that.
That's a good idea.
It might be a little cringy. You
Yeah,
might, like,
It might be.
Cody's face went
Right? But you can play the first clip of it. Oh, yeah, you can play the first clip of it and then us now. I don't know.
Yeah,
That'd be
but
kinda
I'd
cool.
love to listen to that again and maybe even like, you know, kind of see if our whys for continuing this has changed a little
Should we do
bit.
a new one?
Yeah, I think we need to in
Updated why?
2026.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like
There we
even
go.
reading these comments, it's like remember, I don't know, but I feel like my sentiment of like my why when we first started was really wanting to make an impact and just meeting people over the year, like running into people at the O and running into people at shows and running into people locally and like things like that. And just hearing that you guys actually listen and that it actually makes a difference and it actually means a lot to you. Like it really like makes it worth us giving up our late evenings or all day. We used to do Sundays and like really and taking the time to record for you guys. Like it's fun for us, but it's also like, you know, it's a commitment and it makes it worth it when we hear how much it means to you. And so thank you for you guys who wrote in and let us know how impactful it was, because it means a lot to us too that we can help you and be part of your journey in the tiniest way.
Yes. Even just, you know, coming up to tell us, I think one big thing is that it kind of broadened my perspective of how many people, you know, we impact or we touch, I guess. And every time it was surprising for me. Every time.
It still is.
I think I was awkward every time.
Yeah. I had someone the other day come up to me at the gym and tell me that they listened to the podcast. And I was like, oh, you know, chatting and stuff. And then as they walk away, I'm like, oh, what have I said?
Yeah,
Just
that's
do that
exactly
thing.
what I
I'm
think.
like, I don't know. But
It's a little weird when it's like people know a lot of like details of your life and you're like, I don't know anything about you, but you know all this stuff
All these
now that I
things about
know
me.
all these things I said on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, I guess that's what we do. We do sharing so much. I mean, it makes it worth it when we know it's impactful. So
all right, are we ready?
I want to
for a
hear
fun
the
game?
polls.
I'm
I
so
didn't
excited.
look.
I haven't looked.
Oh, yeah, I cheated.
Okay, how do I do this? All right, so I got them here. I think so. Archive? Yep. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm acting like I don't know how to use Instagram. Okay. The host that is most likely to say what everyone's thinking apparently is me.
I love that.
I was like, do I go on and vote on these? And I didn't. I almost did.
I think I voted on one by accident. I think I voted for you, actually.
It's going. Okay, next one. The host most likely to be the ultimate hype girl, Lauren.
Absolutely.
I thought that was absolutely
Hands down. The most positive.
The host most likely to be, nope, that was what I just said. The host most likely to go on a rant apparently is me.
Absolutely.
Especially if
100%.
there's food involved.
Okay, what's
Oh,
so
man,
funny about
the
this
food
is
one, yeah.
someone. Oh, okay. She listens to like all of them. She messaged me and I think she forwarded this one to me. I don't know, but she messaged me and she was like, "This is you, especially when you're passionate and about food."
Yep.
I was like, you know,
Every time. Bring it in.
I was like, I do love food. All right, most likely to talk themselves into anything. Steph, I agree.
Yep.
She's like, yes, I do need those electric hand warmers.
Exactly.
It is essential for
All
my
her
long
devices.
Absolutely.
All her
pros and cons, doing all the things. Yep.
I need this new tool. I am the specialist.
This will make the biggest change.
Oh, most likely to change your mind, Lauren.
Really? Change my
Yeah,
mind.
most likely to change your mind, Lauren.
You have to go back and listen.
I was like, what did I change my
How
mind
many times
on?
you change your mind?
We got a lot of votes too. Like you guys really liked doing this, so maybe we need to have more little like
You should
That's
totally
fun.
do
like
it. Yeah.
games and like
Yeah.
voting.
Yeah.
Okay, most likely to make you believe in yourself. Wait, did I? Oh, Lauren. Was that a new one or did I just? Nope,
No,
that was
you-
the next
that was a
one.
new one.
Okay,
That was a new one.
Lauren.
Yeah.
Me again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're really good inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was one that was like super, super close, like by 1% or something like that. I think it was
Most-
like very evenly split.
this
I
one.
forget.
Oh, my.
Is this one?
Most likely to normalize the hard stuff. So this is it went to me, but I don't agree. I don't agree with this, guys. This is the one that's like almost perfect. We're tied, almost tied. Normalize the hard stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But but it also speaks to the fact that
I think it's all of us
evenly
equal.
split
Yes,
as well.
that's why
So
I think
that's
it's so
also
hard
good.
because I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I see it in all of us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Because we all have different hard things.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Most likely to give a reality check. It's 1 point difference between you and I.
Really?
It went to me, but you're close next.
Reality
A
check.
reality check.
I had one follower send that to me and say, "This, I don't understand how this isn't you." And I'm like, oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that you guys took the cake on that one.
Interesting.
I don't know, but I think like I would have voted for you. But
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
Maybe not on the podcast.
But exactly. I was gonna
I
say.
feel like-
I was gonna say she's kind of like the like. If Steph really said what was on her mind,
Oh no.
would be.
Oh no. Right? Oh my right. Oh god. Maybe that'll be my 2026 goal.
She just unfiltered
Right?
Steph. Just
Least favorite.
well, that was
post.
fun. No. Oh, okay.
That
I
was
love
good.
those. We
That
have
was
to do
fun.
that, yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's kind of fun that you guys are voting for
we
us.
should do that pre-game and then do the game afterwards, maybe. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea. That's great. That was great.
Yeah. Those
Yeah,
are fun.
yeah.
All right. Well, Cody, do you have anything for 2025? Just
Mhm.
kidding. Put you on the spot.
Right?
Thanks for listening and putting up with us moving and all the other good things
changes.
that changes come along. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
thanks
Yeah.
for all along, and I promise next year we will be doing big things.
Right?
Yeah,
Even
Big
better.
things coming.
things on the horizon.
growing every year.
Yeah.
And just another year of that. And I love like I really love end of year wrap ups and reviews even more than like New Year's resolutions and like goals. Like, you know, obviously setting goals is good, but like more than New Year's resolutions. I think like reviewing and just like reflecting on how much you've grown, how much people around you have grown, how grateful we are for where we are in our lives and all of our experiences. So 2025 memories. We love it. And more to make.
Yes.
I'm going to say it. We'll see you guys next year.
See you guys next year.
Yes! See you next year, besties.
Bye.
Bye.